Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready for some more dirt street, some more super late model racing here from Lincoln Speedway. Woo! Oh, let's go, baby.
I'm the man, I got the plan, and hit the fan, and what I can,
What I can. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. All right, chat, these drivers out onto the racetrack right now. They're getting their qualifying in as these drivers gonna get ready to go here for our first heat race of the evening in just a few more moments. A massive, massive race, a ton of talent, a ton of absolutely insanely good drivers here in the field here for this one. We got some of the biggest names out here in this field, and these drivers are looking to get going here as Matthew Selby is going to park his 46 ride up here onto the pole position, but not so quick as here comes Travis St. Clair. The Max Drew Majula C Speed Shop number 13 T-Ride's going to jump up and take that top spot away. Gabe Elkins in third. Joshua Kunstbeck coming home, and in fourth there we see Colton Herbert out onto the racetrack in that Herbert Graphics number 26 ride. Jackson Franklin, Caleb Durgan, Sean Krauke? Sean, I probably absolutely murder your last name. We got Jason Korn out there as well. See Hunter Lagoons out here as well. As Lagoons out here looking very, very good as well. Woo! Man, a massive, massive field of drivers here. We see Kendall Tucker out there onto the racetrack now, and that's Wendell Speed Ride. Trey Mills out here as well. There's Trey Mills in the Herbert Graphics number 14 ride. Dylan Hauser in the 2 machine out here into the racetrack as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here from Lincoln Speedway. A little bit of a warm-up here before the Pro Series as all these pro drivers in the field ready to mix it up, ready to sling some dirt, and ready to get after it here. Woo! Oh, man, this is going to be a good one, chat. This is going to be good. There is a ton of drivers in here, man. We got a ton of drivers. I'm looking at almost 40 cars loaded into the sim, majority of them all pro, super high class I ratings and pro class drivers. When you look at Kendall Tucker and other drivers, you got Tanner Tomasi out here as well. You got the 9,694 I rating number 23 machine of Chase Barbara out there, as well as Chase out there in that Ace Graphics House of Speed ride jumping out onto the racetrack here. Chase looking very, very good here as well in this one as the 23 ride. A little bit loose there, but he's going to have a quick lap time. And the 23 ride quickly to the top of the speed charts. Chase Barbara quickly jumps to the top of the scoreboard here with the quick time here in qualifying. As qualifying continuing to get underway, we see Derek Drayman out there and Taylor Jones out here as well. Taylor Jones in the 34 ride, but that 444 ride of Derek Drayman looking to have a good run here in this one. Yo, what is good, Austin? What is good, my boy? Mr. Marshall coming in showing the love. What is good, homie? Yo, Craig Michael Deacon, Isabel Stewart, Austin Marshall, Colton Herbert, Connor Budensick, all coming in showing the love, smashing those reactions.
Let's go.
We're going to get ready here, we believe, for our heat race grid here, as these drivers are going to get gridded up for heat race number 1.
Let's go.
See if we can get a quick look at these guys. Here we go. They're starting to jump out there onto the racetrack now. Woo! Woo! Oh, baby! Yo, Jackson Franklin coming in with that like on the stream. Austin Marshall with that share. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, Austin. Woo! Oh, chat, this is going to be one heck of a race, one massive event here. A ton of absolutely insanely good drivers in the field here. It's going to be a massive night. We're going to see a lot of action, some great passes, some great battles all around this track. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are prepared for this one, as it's going to get absolutely insane. Absolutely insane here. Woo! Oh! Oh!
I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself, I was dead wrong till I got the call, no cell phone. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself, I was dead wrong till I
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. These drivers loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to set them loose here. Waiting for that pace car to make his move here down the front stretch. Real me. Woo, woo. Yo, Justin Toll, my boy Justin coming in with the 50-star dono. Damn, I need to be racing. Ugh, I know we need to get you in here. Yo, Bubba Cardin, Jonathan Byram coming in, showing the love as well, smashing those reactions as the pace car is going to get rolling here. We're going to get ready for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway and starting on the pole in this one. Quick time in qualifying. It's the 23 ride of Chase Barbara. To his outside in the CFM, sweet victory. Number 17, that is Coy Files. Starting inside a row number 2 in the 7 ride. Here's the 07. That is Gabe Elkins. To his outside in the 33 ride. That is Hunter Ridge. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 24 machine. It's the Ace Graphics. House of Speed number 24. That is Knox Lumley. To his outside in the 33 ride. That is Caleb Durgan. And bringing up the final row here in heat race number 1 in the 14 machine, that is Trey Mills. Into his outside in that 12 machine, that is Drake Draymond. 8 drivers getting ready to go here as we're going to end all the anticipation with our first green flag of the evening. Already some beating and banging around here as Knox Lumley is going to slide all the way back into position number 7 here. Trey Mills got into the back bumper of him there. They almost both go around as here we go at the front of the field. It's all Chase Barbara out in front. Some more contact back there as Drake Draymond almost goes around once again. The front bumper of the 14 ride, unfortunately, getting caught up in it. And an unfortunate break there for Trey Mills as he's had nowhere to go, just been in the wrong spot at the wrong time. As Chase Barbara leads the way, Coy Files looking down low, trying to find something in some way to get up and around this 23 ride. Trying to run almost right in the same tire tracks, trying to get a good momentum here built up to get down low and get around that 23 machine. As Gabe Elkins right there in position number 3, has Hunter Rich looking down to his inside as the Speed Ranch 07 ride trying to hold off the hard charging number 33, the House of Speed machine there in position number 4. Caleb Durgy right there in position number 5, looking to continue to work his way up towards the front of the field. Here's the 33 ride right there in position number 5. Knox Lumley there in 6, getting his grips back onto things here, but unfortunately after the opening lap contact, him and Trey Mills, Draymond, unfortunately sliding back through the field there, quite a ways back there. No caution flag as of yet, as out in front it's all Chase Barbara as Chase continues to lead the way here in this one. Chase out in front. Barbara looking very, very good in this one out of corner number 4. He's going to see that white flag fly in one more time around here for the 23 machine. The Ace Graphics, Gears Unlimited, House of Speed number 23 down the backstretch one more time here in heat race number 1. Out of corner number 4, he's going to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 1. Goes to Chase Barbara, Coy Viles, Gabe Elkins, Caleb Durgan, Hunter Rich, Knox Lumley, Trey Mills, Drake Draymond, and is going to round out the rear of the field there as, man, oh man, what a show, what a group of drivers, man, and some great battles out here on the racetrack as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2 as these drivers get loaded into the sim. Y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we're going to get ready here for our second heat race of the evening. Yo, Colt Zimmer coming in, smashing that like. Colton Manage coming in with that heart reaction. Brycey Bear, Mr. Dickinson coming in, showing the love. What is good, Bryce? Drew Jockman coming in, showing that love as well with the like and the share as well. Austin Marshall coming in with the 285 days of followage, coming with that exclamation mark notify as well. Brycey Bear coming in with the 389 days of being a follower. Absolutely insane. Byram sent me over. He sent you over? I love to see that. I love to see that. Byram is a absolute beast. I love that guy. As we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2, starting on the pole.
Let's go.
In the 113 machine, is in the 13 ride. That is Travis St. Clair to his outside in the 171. That is Brandon Freeberg. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 09, that is Tanner Tomasi into his outside in the 15 ride. That is Joshua Kunspek. Starting in position number 5 in the 27 ride, that is Hunter Lagoons, and outside of him in the 87 ride, that is Daniel Elkins. Starting in position number 7 in the 39, that is Jason Korn into his outside in the 21, that is Cole McKenna. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 34, that is Taylor James. As we're going to go green flag racing here in heat race number 2. And it's a pair of Max Droop machines out in front. Travis St. Clair quickly putting that 13T machine at the front of the pack here, trying to run away, trying to show him how to get it done as he's followed by his teammate there in that 171 ride. As the pair of Max Droop rides out in front of the field here, leading the way. There in position number 3, Tanner Tomasi continues to hold down the fort there in that 3rd spot on the racetrack, as I do believe we are taking the top 4 drivers that will advance into the show here. Everybody else will have to work their way in through the consolation race. That means Daniel Elkins right now in that House of Speed Cocky Floyd Consulting number 87 ride holds on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Joshua Kunspek right there in position number 5 on the outside looking in. Jason Korn there in position number 6. Taylor James and Cole McKenna rounding out the field here in this one. As we got a battle at the front of the field, as here comes Brandon Freeberg. The 171 ride took a look to the outside. A little bit of a slide job there from St. Clair, as here comes the crossover and back up towards the front here. Here comes the 171 with a little bit of a slide job himself, as we're going to get a new race leader here in heat race number 2. St. Clair says he's not done yet, but gets super tight there underneath of the 171 ride. That's going to open up the door for Tanner Tomasi down low, as they're almost 3 wide. Into corner number 3 here. Out of corner number 4, it's still the 171. As Brandon Freeberg continues to lead the way, Tanner Tomasi's right there in the middle of the mix as he's all over the back bumper of that 171 ride down through corner number 3 and out of 4 there. We're going to see the white flag fly one more time around here in this one. One more time down the backstretch. Tanner Tomasi taking a look down to the inside. He's going to drive it down low. Down out of corner number 4. A big run out of Tomasi as he's going to make the last lap move, and he's going to pick up heat race win number 2. Brandon Freeberg, St. Clair, and Daniel Elkins are going to transfer through into the A main here. Everybody else is going to go to the consolation race. Yo, Justin Toll coming in with that exclamation mark followage as well with the 325 days of followage. Let's freaking go, Justin. Let's go, my boy. Yo, Austin Lee Bartmess coming in, smashing that like on the stream. John Darby with that like as well. Blake Wanamaker, Chris Peters, my boy Chris coming in, showing the love.
Go.
Christopher Confer coming in, smashing that like as well. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3 on the evening. Heat race number 3 about to get underway here as these drivers get loaded into the sim down here on the front stretch at Lincoln Speedway. Starting on the pole in the Swindell Speed Labs, that is the 0-0 ride of Kendall Tucker. to his outside in the Ace Graphics House of Speed number 2 machine. That is Dylan Hauser. Starting inside a row number 2 in the number 74 machine, that is Lonick Bernier, into his outside in the 11 ride, that is the Speed Ranch number 11 of Ethan Johnson. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 26 machine, that is Colton Herbert, into his outside in that 9 ride, that is Sean Kroick. I hope I'm saying that right, Sean. I'm probably absolutely murdering that. And bringing up the final row here in that 62 machine, that is Zach Jenkins. Into his outside in the 444, that is Derek Draymond. As we got 8 more drivers and 4 more transfer spots here in heat race number 3, as we're going to get them set up and ready to rock and roll here down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We're going to see the green flag fly as the 2 ride gets up a little bit high here. Here they go, beating and banging down into corner number 1. Lonick Bernier unfortunately getting the raw end of that deal as he slides all the way back here. A little bit more contact as the 74 ride stuck down on the bottom side. He's going to force his way up into the middle. Here's the 26 ride of Colton Herbert's going to take a look to his bottom side. Some contact. Dylan Hauser up into the wall. They're still bouncing around. Sean Kroick up almost into the air there as he was parked right on top of the hood of the 444 ride of Derek Draymond. They keep on rolling here as Kendall Tucker in the Swindell Speed Labs number 00 out in front and running away with this one. Ethan Johnson up into position number 2. Colton Herbert right there in position number 3. And Lonick Bernier in that 4th and final transfer spot. Bernier's got a little bit of a gap between himself and Zach Jenkins as Jenkins trying to catch up to the back bumper here of that 74 ride after a little bit of beating and banging. Things got a little out of control there in heat race number 3, but looks like things are kind of back underway here, and everyone's kind of got their cars pointing the right direction. Dylan Hauser getting the raw end of that deal there a little bit, getting some contact, almost going around up into the outside wall, getting bounced around quite a bit there. Some damage there to the right-hand side of that 2 machine as he's still trying to catch up, trying to work himself underneath the 62 ride of Zach Jenkins as time is running out. The laps are slowly but surely clicking off here. I'm not sure if anyone's going to have time to catch Kendall Tucker. I'm not sure if Zach Jenkins or Dylan Hauser will have time to catch up to that 74 ride of Lonick Bernier as he's there in that 4th and final transfer spot into the A main. Dylan Hauser is going to make his way around that 62 ride as Ethan Johnson and Colton Herbert continue to battle side by side as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time down the backstretch. Down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be the Swindell Speed Labs 00 of Kendall Tucker picking up heat race win number 3. Colton Herbert, Lonick Bernier, and Ethan Johnson coming home in those 4 transfer spots. Seehauser not very happy there with the 11 ride, giving him a little bit of a bump there as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 4. Heat race number 4 about to get underway as these drivers getting loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to set them loose. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying the show, if you guys are enjoying the action, make sure you guys all hit the like button on the stream, hit that share button, hit that follow button if you're new here. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button as we continue to build on every single channel and everywhere as we continue to build more and more and more momentum here on Peacemaker Gaming. We continue to try to get bigger and better every single day of the week. Yo, Jacob, what is good, my boy? Can I help announce the race? Unfortunately, Jacob, my boy, I don't really know you, so I'm gonna say no this time. If I knew you, I would maybe say yes if you're a part of the community and I can understand, you know, everything you're saying. We can work together and everything else. That's something that we'd have to work on off stream, not on stream, as that's my career. That's my stuff on the line. You say the wrong thing, that comes back on me, not on you. So I gotta be careful of who I have up into the booth here. Yo, Justin Toll coming in with another 50 stars. Johnson's a weapon, straight up. Johnson, I've seen him be a weapon a couple times, man. He's definitely not scared to throw it in there. As we're gonna get ready here for heat race number 4, starting on the pole in the 41 ride. That is Logan Rumsey. Into his outside in the 46 ride. That is Matthew Selby.
Go.
Starting in position number 3 is Caden Honeycutt. To his outside is Brett Caudill. Then we see Jackson Franklin, Landon Francis, Jackson His, and Scott Smith rounded up the field here as 8 more drivers getting ready to go to battle here for heat race number 4. Almost 3 wide here at the front of the field as Rumsey and Selby side by side here. Selby up the racetrack a little bit high there in 3 and 4. That's going to open up the door here for the 41 ride of Logan Rumsey to take the lead away here as he's going to be all by himself on the front row. We see a little bit of contact deeper in the field. Smith in the 1 ride of Jackson Franklin coming together, bouncing around ever so slightly as the 53 ride is going to slide all the way back to that 7th position. As out in front, it's the 41 of Logan Rumsey as Caden Honeycutt in that 10 ride is going to jump up and take position number 2 away from Matthew Selby. As Selby back there in 3rd and Brett Caudill there in that 4th and final transfer spot. The 35 ride right there behind him, the House of Speed, number 35 of Landon Francis trying to find a way, a hole to jump up here and maybe get around his teammate, as I know they'd both love to jump up and pass that 46 ride of Matthew Selby here in this one and work their way together into the show here, into the A main feature event. Let's get Bryce Dickinson in the booth. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we want to see that. I don't know if we want to see Brycey Bear up in the booth, you know. Brycey Bear would be a little bit treacherous up here as Logan Rumsey continues to lead the way here. Logan still just clicking these laps off slowly but surely, keeping that 41 ride out in front, keeping that distance between himself and our 2nd place driver. The 10 ride of Caden Honeycutt as out of corner number 4. We're going to see that white flag flying one more time around here as Logan Rumsey trying to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 3. The battle's on here for 4th, though, as here comes the 35 ride down to the inside of the 93, but out of corner number 4, the checkered flag flies. It's the 41 ride of Logan Rumsey picking up the checkered flag here in heat race number 4. Caden Honeycutt, Matthew Selby, and Brett Caudill are going to work their way into the A main feature event. Everybody else, unfortunately, going to the consolation races. Yo, Emery Crescenoni, Emery, I'm probably absolutely murders your name, coming in with that heart reaction. Jared, Mr. Argensinger coming in, showing the love. Argensinger coming in, smashing the 75-star dono. Hope you're having a great night, man. Jared, you know I'm always having a great night when I see you in here, my boy. Yo, Johnny Ratley coming in with that like on the stream as well. Justin Toll with another 50 stars. Jordan LaFawn coming in with the like. Jaron coming in with that like as well. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready here for our first consolation race of the evening. Our first consi about to get underway here in this one. All right, as they get lined up and loaded up here onto the front stretch, starting on the pole in the 33 ride. That is the House of Speed, number 33 of Hunter Rich. Into his outside in the 2 ride, it's the Ace Graphics House of Speed, number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser. Starting inside a row number 2 in the 24, it's the Ace Graphics House of Speed. Cocky Floyd Consulting, number 24 of Knox Lumley. To his outside in the 62 ride, that is Zach Jenkins. Starting inside a row at number 3, it's Trey Mills in the Herbert Graphics number 14 ride. Into his outside, the House of Speed number 9, that is Sean Krowick. And then in position number 7 in the 12 ride, that is Derek Draymond. Into his outside in the 25, that is Derek Draymond, as we got 2 Draymonds there at the back of the field here. So 8 more drivers getting stacked up, ready to go here. So I do believe the top 4 from each consolation race are going to advance into the A main here. So the top 4 from this one will also advance into the show. They'll make it into the A main feature event as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Hunter Rich sees that green flag into the air here. Dylan Hauser there in position number 2. Hauser looking to the outside here, trying to find something up high as Knox Lumley holds on to position number 3. Trey Mills up into 4th there, gets into the back end of the 24 ever so slightly. Trey Mills is on that hot seat as he's on the last transfer spot in here. He's got Zach Jenkins and Sean Kroick right there to his inside as Trey Mills goes up the racetrack. The 9 ride down into the inside wall ever so slightly as Dylan Hauser jumps up and takes the lead away. So Dylan Hauser now out in front. Hunter Rich trying to hold on here to position number 2 as Knox Lumley right there on his back bumper. And here comes Zach Jenkins to the inside of Trey Mills. Mills trying to hold on to that final transfer spot, but Jenkins is right there all over his back bumper as they head down into corner number 3 and out at corner number 4. This time by, so we're going to make sure we got our browser refreshed here for the overlay, as sometimes it doesn't like to go very well. Pittsburgh Penguins are better, just saying. Oh, come on now. Come on now. You leave my Flyers out of this, okay? We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding. You leave my poor Flyers alone, bro. Come on. As out in front, it's still all Dylan Hauser as Hauser continues to lead the way here. Hunter Rich sticking right there with him in that 33 ride as Rich in that 2nd spot. Knox Lumley there in position number 3 and Trey Mills there in that 4th position on the racetrack. Mills looking to have a good run, trying to get down underneath the 24 ride, trying to switch spots here with that 24 of Knox Lumley, trying to put him on the outside. Maybe put him onto the hot seat here, because that's exactly what Trey Mills wants to do. He'd love to work himself into that 3rd spot on the racetrack, at least give himself a little bit of a cushion from that cutoff line, as only the top 4 cars here in this consolation race will advance to the next round as they will advance into the show here. Dylan Hauser out in front, Hunter Rich in position number 2. Knox Lumley, Trey Mills, Zach Jenkins back there in 5th. The 9 rider Sean Kroick there in 6th. Derek Drayman in position number 7 and 12 ride as the 4-4-4 ride of Derek Drayman's already taken his ride, unfortunately, down pit side. As Knox Lumley has a little bit more contact here as the 24 ride has the 14 all over his back bumper. As the laps continue to click off, we're getting closer and closer to the end of this one. And that 2 ride of Dylan Hauser just trying to stretch his lead out ever so slightly here. It's about half a second now over the 33 machine of Hunter Rich, as Rich is right there in position number 2. We're going to see that white flag fly one more time around here around Lincoln Speedway for our first consolation race of the evening. Dylan Hauser down into corner number 3 and down to corner number 4. It's all Dylan Hauser here at our first consolation race of the evening. Hauser with the B main win. Hunter Rich in 2nd. Trey Mills and Knox Lumley are all going to transfer through. Unfortunately, everybody else is going to be joining the fans in the stands. They're going to be joining all these fans up here down in the infield grandstands as they're going to load their cars up. They are unfortunately done for the evening as we're going to get ready here for our second heat race of the, or our second consolation race of the evening here. So our first B main, technically our first B main, but technically this is our B main, our second B main of the evening. And starting on the pole in that 2 ride, that is Joshua Kunstbeck. I'm probably murdering his last name as well. Joshua there in that 2 ride, starting in that pole position. To his outside in the 35 ride, it's the House of Speed number 35 of Landon Francis. Starting on the inside, a row number 2 in the 39 machine, it's the TSP machine of Jason Korn. And to his outside in the House of Speed Herbert Graphics 388, that is Jackson Hayes. Starting in position number 5 in the 34 is the all-black machine of Taylor James. And to his outside, we see Jackson Franklin. And we see Cole McKenna, Scott Smith, and Hunter Lagoons here in this one as our second B main of the evening about to get underway here. 9 drivers, 4 more gonna transfer through into the show here in this one. Justin says, hockey sucks. Hockey does not suck. Hockey's so good, brother. I live 20 minutes from Pittsburgh. Ooh, let's go. 20 minutes from Pittsburgh as we're gonna go back to green flag racing here. One driver already turned around. It's the 21 ride of Cole McKenna as he gets turned around here on the green flag. We'll take a quick look back and see what happens here as this 21 ride unfortunately just gets a little bit tied up here with the 34 ride. The 27 just kind of parks himself right underneath of him, stays on the throttle, spins him around in a tough break early on for the 21 ride. As out in front is the 2 machine of Joshua Kunstbeck, as back out in front here leading the way is Kunstbeck continuing to try to pull away from Landon Francis. Francis in second. Jason Korn in third. Jackson Hayes there in position number 4 in that 388 ride. The 1 machine of Jackson Franklin there in 5th. Taylor James in 6th. The 53 ride of Scott Smith there in 7th. And the 27 ride of Hunter Lagoons there in position number 8. 9 drivers go to battle. They're all currently trying to chase down this Speed Ranch number 2 ride of Jackson Kunstbeck, as Kunstbeck out in front here, but the 35 ride of Landon Francis trying to take a look down low here, trying to find a way up and around this number 2 ride. It's the House of Speed number 35 down to the inside as we're going to see our first caution flag of the evening. Our first caution flag coming out here as it looks like Scott Smith, Jackson Franklin, and Jackson Hayes all coming together here. Take a look back and see what happens as get a bit of contact. Ooh,
Let's go.
The 1 ride gets into the back of the 388. They kind of just all pile in together. The 388 and the 1 ride both go upside down. Oh, man, tough break right there. Smith nowhere to go, just gets into it on that one as we're going to jump right on board here. Jackson Franklin as... Oh, man. Little slow-mo flip right there as 2 drivers unfortunately parked on their lids have taken their rides back down pit side here. You see the 388 ride down there getting some work done. As we'll get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Yo, Rich Murtaugh, my boy Rich up in the house. What is good, Rich? Rich coming in, showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. Susie Dickinson, Mama Bear coming in, showing the love as well, smashing that thumbs up. Dakota Elliott with that heart reaction. Garrett Marshall coming in, smashing that like as well. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here with our second B main feature of the evening. Joshua Kunstbeck out in front as Kunstbeck leads the way. You see the 388 ride of Jackson. His jump back out onto the racetrack here, trying to stay on the lead lap, and some more contact there behind him, and the caution flag is going to come back out. Jason Korn, Taylor James coming together, then Scott Smith and Cole McKenna unfortunately getting into it as well here as cautions breed cautions. A good break for the 388. As we'll take a look back and see what happens here. Just, oh, they kind of come together and oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my Lanta. See the 34 ride just kind of goes invisible there, but they kind of get shoved up into the wall. The 21 ride goes upside down, hard into the wall. The 34 ride goes for a really good spill there as well, upside down, a ton of damage. I do believe that is Cole McKenna that unfortunately just nowhere to go here. As he gets tied up in this one, just trying to hang on. Thought he was going to get around it, but the 34 ride comes back out onto the racetrack and them right upside down, slides up through corner number 1, almost all the way down into corner number 2 with a face full of dirt pointed down to the infield there. So unfortunately, he takes his 21 ride back down pit side as we'll get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here for our second B main of the evening as these drivers loaded into the sim here. Man, this is a massive, massive race. There is so much talent out here on this racetrack. When you look at someone like the Speed Ranch number 2 ride of Joshua Kunstbeck, as Kunstbeck sitting here with a 6,000 plus iRating. Landon Francis with a 5,300, a 26, a 4,800, like a 4,000, a 3,000, another 4,700. Like, there is a ton of talent, and this is just a B main consolation race as the green flag back out in the air. Here comes the 35 ride of Landon Francis looking back down to the inside here on the Speed Ranch number 2 ride as Landon Francis looking to slide up in front of the 2 ride. A little bit of contact as we get a new race leader as the white flag flies one more time around here in this one. One more time around here for the 35 ride as he's out in front down through corner number 3 and out at corner number 4. It's all Landon Francis as he picks up B main win number 2 here on the evening, and he's gonna punch his ticket into the A main feature event. Joshua there as well. We also saw, I do believe that was, let me see here, we didn't read the last little row there, so we're going to take a look back at the standings here in this one. We can see who all makes it in here as Landon Francis picking up the B main win there. Joshua Kunstbeck coming home there in position number 2. Hunter Lagoons all the way from the back row, started in the 9th position, avoids the damage, avoids the mayhem in front of him, and parks his ride in the 27 machine up here in 3rd to transfer through into the A main feature event. And Jason Korn, who unfortunately got tied up in that last caution flag, works himself back up through the field there and into that 4th and final transfer spot. Unfortunately, Taylor James Scott Smith, Jackson His, Cole McKenna, and Jackson Franklin are all going to be going home in this one. They're going to be loaded up, and unfortunately they're going to be joining the fans in the stands here with the rest of the B main drivers that didn't make the show here, so a tough break on them. Yo, Rich, Mr. Murtaugh, Rich coming in with the 333 star dono. My boy Rich coming in showing the love. Let's get it, my boy Rich, coming with the like and the share as well, as we're going to get ready here for our A main feature event. Ladies and gentlemen, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set them loose. Starting on the pole in this one, it's the Herbert Graphics Racing League here, as it is the 23 machine of Chase Barbara starting on that pole position. To his outside in the 09 ride, it's the Speed Ranch 09 of Tanner Tomasi. Starting in position number 3 in the 00 is the Swindell Speed Labs 00 of Kendall Tucker. To his outside in the 41 ride, that is Logan Rumsey. Then we see Coy Files and Brandon Freeberg rounding out our first 3 rows. Colton Herbert and Caden Honeycutt in position number 7 and 8 there. They make up the 4th row in this one. The 5th row has Travis St. Clair and Gabe Elkins. Then we see on the outside of the top 10, Matthew Selby. The 74 ride, Alonic Bernier, Daniel Elkins, Brett Caudill, Caleb Durgan, Dylan Hauser, Landon Francis, Hunter Rich, Trey Mills, Joshua Kunstbeck, Hunter Lagoons, Knox Lumley, Jason Korn, and Ethan Johnson. Bringing up the rear of the field here as the 11 ride is going to start back in the 24th position. 24 drivers getting ready to go green flag racing here at Lincoln Speedway for the Herbert Graphics Money Racing Show. A nice Sunday night before the Pro Series gets underway. Some good practice as these drivers are ready to put on an epic battle here at the front of the field for us, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we're going to go green flag racing here from Lincoln Speedway. It's the 23 ride of Chase Barbara out in front, quickly clears the 09 ride of Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi sliding back right in behind the 23 ride, and here comes Logan Rumsey as Rumsey there into position number 3 after making the move up and around the outside of Kendall Tucker. Tucker down to the bottom side here through corner number 1 and 2 as they're stacked up side by side behind them. Chase Barbara, though, out in front, trying to hold off Tanner Tomasi and the rest of the hard-charging drivers right there behind him as Logan Rumsey down to the bottom side, trying to slide up in front of the 09. Not enough room as the 41 ride trying to squeeze it in there. Tanner Tomasi not backing down, not letting out, stays right in front of that 41 ride. As it is starting to get super slick out here. A little bit of contact as now Logan Rumsey's going to slide up and take that second spot away from Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi is going to stay right there on his back bumper. Almost a little bit of contact as now here comes Kendall Tucker and the 17 ride of Coy Viles. Viles right down low on the bottom side of the racetrack as they're stacking up back here in corner number 2. I believe that is the 46 ride of Matthew Selby. Unfortunately spun around. You see the 13T machine of Travis St. Clair getting caught up in that one as well. They're going to head down pit side and get some work done to their rides, as we'll take a look back and see what brings out the caution flag here. Dylan Hauser getting in there, Hunter Rich as well, Daniel Elkins. A lot of drivers unfortunately nowhere to go here. Though it started up with St. Clair there in the front. Take another look at it here. It looks like Travis St. Clair in the 13T ride just hits the 46 ride underneath of him here. Right there, just gets into that left rear, spins them around, and they all just start to stack up. Elkins in there, the 33 ride. Couple top hits right there in that one. Dylan Hauser with some pretty big hits right there. The 07 ride as well with some heavy damage, as we'll get these drivers stacked back up, lined back up where they're supposed to be, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as Chase Barbara out in front. See that number 41 ride of Logan Rumsey to his outside. Tanner Tomasi there in third. Kendall Tucker in fourth. Coy Viles rounding out our top 5. Then we see the 171 ride of Brandon Freeberg, Caden Honeycutt, Colton Herbert, Lonick Bernier, and Caleb Durgan rounding out our top 10 as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Some moves already here down through corner number 3 and the front stretch as here comes the 171 ride of Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg making the move there around Coy Viles. Viles really almost went around right there after a good couple moves from the 171 ride. Luckily enough, not enough contact to spin everybody around as we're going to keep on rolling, keep on trucking here. Everyone pointed in the right direction as, man, it is a dogfight deeper in the field here. Dylan Hauser trying to work his way up through the carnage here as they're beating and banging and battling back here. You see Travis St. Clair trying to work his way through here as well as, man, there hit some absolute big hitters deep in this field trying to work their way up and through this one. Jump right on board here with Travis St. Clair. You can see what he sees as heads down into corner number 1. This is a racetrack that's very difficult and very tight to run around here as he's all over the back bumper of the 39. They make that little bit of contact. The 39 ride almost goes around. He stays right to the inside there of the 13 machine. They continue to battle as a good lap around there as the caution flag is going to finally come back out here as it looks like Ethan Johnson coming down pit side here as the Speed Ranch number 11 ride. Down pit side, we'll get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. But first, we're going to take a look back and see what happens here to bring out our second caution flag of the evening. It looks like Jason Korn having some issues here. The 39 ride, this is where the 13 machine makes that little bit of contact with him. He gets into Matthew Selby, and then unfortunately that spins him around in that TSP True Sim Productions ride. Parked there on the infield here with our race leaders coming down out of corner number 2. They quickly throw that caution flag for the Majula C Speed Shop number 39 ride of Jason Korn there. Unfortunately, that may put him a lap down here. I'm not sure how it's going to be scored, but unfortunate break there for him as we'll get stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. As these drivers loaded back into the sim, we're going to go back to green flag racing. any PRS drivers? Rich, I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't think there is. Honestly, I don't think there is. There might have been one or two, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there is. I thought Rumsey for some reason was part of it, but I do see the Ducharme sticker there. Is Logan Rumsey? Yeah, isn't Logan Rumsey part of the Premier? But I don't see any Premier stickers on that ride, so I'm not 100% sure if he's still on the team or not. I don't want to make too many assumptions without seeing the sticker, as Rumsey's actually being scored as our race leader right now, as he's found himself around Chase Barbara. So Chase back into position number 2. Tanner Tomasi in third. Kendall Tucker and Brandon Freeberg rounding out our top 5. Coy Vile, Colton Herbert right there behind him, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. I'm not sure if Colton's on any teams or not. I don't think so. I do see a ton of House of Speed, a lot of Majulisi Speed Shops, a lot of other Swindell one there as well. House of Speed, a lot of good drivers here. Nonetheless, there's already some contact a little bit deeper here. I do believe that's the 93 rider, Brett Caudill, kind of getting bounced around a little bit there. He's going to stay up on the outside as they were 4 wide there. Is some contact deeper though. And then Francis just getting by it here. Some more contact. It's just absolute carnage. Lonick Bernier turned around there as well. The caution flag going to finally come back out here. We saw a couple drivers almost go upside down. Dylan Hauser also collected in that one. So we'll take a look back and see what happens here, as there was a couple incidences out there on the racetrack. We saw Gabe Elkins, unfortunately, get tied up here. Gabe and Matthew Selby come together in the 39 ride. Jason Core nowhere to go as the 07 ride goes up in the air, goes for a little bit of a 360 there, and gets spun around and takes his ride down pit side. But we also saw Bernier also go for a spill. 74 ride as it's into the corner. Oh, the 39 ride gets into the back of him, or the 93 gets into the back of him. Dylan Hauser with some heavy contact there, just nowhere to go for Hauser. Lonick Bernier just trying to mind his business there. 93 ride. It's right into the back of him and spins him around here. Trey Mills almost going around there, as well as 74 was right on the back bumper there of Trey Mills, and that almost spun both of those cars around. As we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here again. They all keep switching, so I can't keep up. Laugh out loud. They switch almost as many times as I switch my socks. Laugh out loud. Yeah, which should be almost every single day, or at least I'd hope so, Rich. But yeah, 100%. There's a lot of drivers that unfortunately switch teams here quite often. You know, you can never really guess on who's on which team, and unless if that logo is like plain as day printed pretty good, then I really don't know too much on who's on which team or anything else, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. Logan Rumsey back out in front here. So that slick ride out in front here over the 23 machine of Chase Barbara, as we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver, as we're going to crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Flag going to come back out here once again. We'll take a look back and see what happens here in this one. Caution flag coming back out. Looking like cautions breeding cautions, unfortunately, and these drivers trying to get every single inch they can out here on the racetrack. Looks like the 43 or 46 rider Matthew Selby down on the bottom side. Oh, Logan Johnson getting into the right rear quarter panel there, the 46 ride. Sends him off the racetrack. Unfortunately, nowhere to go here as it's up into the 27 ride, the 74 Alonic Bernier, nowhere to go. The 07 ride of Elkins, nowhere to go there as well. That caution flag gonna come back out here. What would that be? That'd be the right rear. Let's take a look here. All right, so a little bit of contact and brings that caution flag back out here as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The lights are turned off once again on the official iRacing pace truck. Dylan Hauser says HOS looking good out in front. They are, man. There is a ton of House of Speed cars in here, man, and there is a ton of speed. That 23 ride, though, is looking very, very fancy, and he's sitting pretty right now in position number 2 as Logan Rumsey gets that green flag back out into the air here. As we're back to green flag racing, we're going to continue with our Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver. Again here. The old crank it up caution flag coming out once again. We'll take a look back and see what happens here again. So I do believe I saw the 27 ride of Hunter Laguse going around here. We'll take a look here and see what happens. Already some contact. Looks like the 2 ride there of Joshua Kunstbeck getting into the side of him as they're 3-4 wide here at a corner number 4, and so unfortunately run out of room there. The 2 ride and the 27 come together. Matthew Selby getting down into the inside wall again. Ethan Johnson just barely getting by as they all land back on all 4 tires, but unfortunate break there for the 27 ride as it's quite a bit of damage right there. That car I don't think has a straight body panel left on it, unfortunately, after a couple big hits. The 46 ride of Matthew Selby as well. He's been kind of right around pretty much everything that's happened out here on the racetrack. Unfortunately, another one kind of like a magnet out there for these accidents as we're going to stack them back up here once again. We're going to try this one more time and see what happens here. It may work out for us. It may not. We'll have to wait and see how she all plays out. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we're going to get ready to set them back loose here once again at Lincoln Speedway. Logan Rumsey out in front. Tanner Tomasi there in position number 2. Chase Barbara there in position number 3. Kendall Tucker and Caden Honeycutt now up inside the top 5 here in this one. Brandon Freeberg there in 6th. Caleb Durgan in 7th. Hunter Rich in 8th. Trey Mills and Coy Viles rounding out our top 10. As Coy unfortunately sliding back here in this one. Back to the 10th position now. Colton Herbert slid back a little bit. Travis St. Clair, after getting tied up in one of those earlier on cautions, he's back up inside the top 12 here. Knox Lumley right there in front of him. Daniel Elkins, Lonick Bernier, Gabe Elkins, Landon Francis, Matthew Selby rounding out our top 18 as we're going to go back to green flag racing here at Lincoln Speedway. Single file restarts trying to settle these drivers down ever so slightly as we're going to continue with our Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up. Flag coming back out here once again. Quick look back and see what happens here in this one as the 27 ride. Man, a tough break right there for Hunter. Legoose gets up onto that outside wall, kind of climbs it, and then head on into corner number 2, outside wall. A tough break right there for the 27 riders. Caution flag coming back out means we're going to stack them back up. We're going to try it all over again here. Man, oh man, that is a beautiful sight right there, if I do say so myself, Chad. That is absolutely breathtaking. The lights are turned off, the official iRacing pace car. That means we're going to get ready to set them back loose here. This time by is out in front. It's all Logan Rumsey as we're going to see the green flag back out into the air this time through corner number 3 and 4 in the great jump out of the 41 rider Logan Rumsey as Rumsey leads the way. Tanner Tomasi slides up into position number 2. Here comes the crossover out of the 23 rider Chase Barbara as the caution flag comes back out here in this one. Cautions breeding cautions here as all these drivers feeling the pressure starting to mount, and unfortunately looks like St. Clair, Selby, Francis all getting tied up in this one. We'll take a look and see what happens as the 87 of Elkins gets into the back end of the 13 machine. Oh, a tough break there for Travis St. Clair, just trying to hold on to that car, and unfortunately for him, the 87 ride of Daniel Elkins just kind of gets into him ever so slightly and spins him around here, and also going to pile in there on the bottom side. The 35 ride in there, the 46 of Matthew Selby. Elkins goes upside down, so goes the 2 ride. 39 ride of Jason Korn in there as well, the 2 machine. Not of Dylan Hauser, of Joshua Kunstbeck, unfortunately going for a wild ride right there, as we'll jump right on board here with the 2 machinists. We'll get a good look at this one and see them racking down low here out of the left-hand side, and tries to go high to miss it, and unfortunately couldn't. Gets up into that outside fence. Goes for a wild ride right there, as we'll jump right on board here as well. Actually, let's go with the chase view here. 13T, see the contact right there, just spins them around, gets them loose, and they all stack in there. And unfortunately for St. Clair, takes that 13T ride back down pit side. As we'll get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. The 41 rider Logan Rumsey out in front here. Yo, Joshua Blakely coming in, smashing that like on the stream. Carson Jenkins coming in, smashing that like as well. Jenkins coming in, showing the love here. Justin Toll, my boy Justin, coming in with the 50-star dono again. Let's go, Justin, my boy, coming in, showing the massive love here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to send stars, but if you want to become part of an exclusive group, make sure you check out becoming a subscriber here on Peacemaker Gaming. We're currently halfway to our subscriber goal. Make sure you hit that sub button, become part of the Peacemaker family, and become a part of the Peacemaker Sub Club, an exclusive group with just me and the other subscribers. Become part of the group, part of the family a little bit more, and it helps us out a ton, chat, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. A couple more seconds as, man, These drivers have been looking very, very good all race long, all night long, man. These guys have been looking very, very fast, very, very deadly out here in this one. As we're actually going to have to play back here a little bit. Apparently, it did not go all the way forward for us, so we're going to take a look back here on this restart as actually missed this restart here for some reason. Not want to work with the 0-9 ride. It's going to get spun around, and Tanner Tomasi's going to end upside down here. The 10 ride collected, the 17 of Coy Viles with some damage. Coy Viles is actually going to end up upside down here as the 13 ride getting collected in that one as well of Travis St. Clair, as they're going to get stacked up once again, as I do believe that is Caden Honeycutt in the 10 ride. Caleb Durgan unfortunately getting collected in as well here. Durgan, 33 ride right behind them, unfortunately gets stuffed up into that outside fence, into the Coy Viles there, and pretty heavy damage there for him as well, as Tanner Tomasi goes upside down, goes for a ride here. Nothing he can do down into corner number 3 here. Gets spun around, and then from this point on, that is not the sight you want to see. Up onto his lid there, and a tough break there. The 0-9 right as he's parked down pit side. As we got him lined back up, stacked back up, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Hate to see it, says Hauser. Hate to see it. As we're going to go back to green flag racing. Logan Rumsey out in front. Rumsey leads the way here. Chase Barbara there in position number 2. And here comes Kendall Tucker in that Swindell Speed Labs double-zero line there in position number 3. The Max Group 171 ride of Brandon Freeberg right there in position number 4. And Caleb Durgan. Durkee having a great run here in the 33D machine as the JDS ride jumping up into position number 5 now. Hunter Rich right there behind him. Rich, I do believe, was one of those drivers that transferred through in our B-Main Constellation races, and here he is just on the outside of a top 5 looking in as the caution flag is going to come back out here once again. Man, listen to that poor little iRacing pace car just absolutely hammered down out there. Let me see if we can find this caution flag here. It seems that it does not want to be found. There we go. Looks like Matthew Selby unfortunately getting collected here again. Selby, Elkins, Selby just up on the high side, gets up into that outside wall, kind of digs in, lifts up that rear end, spins him around there. Unfortunately for the 46 ride, that Majula C Speed Shop ride, he's going to take it down pit side, and I believe that may end the evening there for 46 ride as he's still down pit side, I do believe. Actually, I don't even see him back out on pit side here, so I think Selby may have just disconnected completely, so tough break there for Matthew Selby as we'll get him stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here. As Logan Rumsey out in front, Chase Barbara there in position number 2. Kendall Tucker there in third with Brandon Freeberg in fourth. Caleb Durgan, Hunter Rich, Trey Mills, Colton Herbert, Coy Viles, and Lonick Bernier round out our top 10 in this one. Gabe Elkins in 11. Knox Lumley, Landon Francis, Ethan Johnson, Daniel Elkins round out our top 15 as we're going to go back to green flag racing here at Lincoln Speedway. Quickly, the 41 ride putting that pedal to the metal, back out in front and trying to pull away here once again as the mayhem continues behind him as the caution flag is going to fly here once again. This time, looks like the 11 rider, Ethan Johnson, may have had some issues here. Take a look and see what happens. Also, Daniel Elkins tied up in it as well. The 87 rider Elkins. You see him on the middle side there with the 11 rider Ethan Johnson. Johnson up into the outside fence and some hard contact. Round goes the 87 ride Ethan Johnson, having to get onto the binders there as well as Daniel Elkins hanging onto her right there in that House of Speed. Godkey Floyd Consulting ride has got bounced around a few times back there, unfortunately. I don't think any of it was his fault. Just some good hard racing. 3, almost 4 wide there at a corner number 4, and then unfortunately just getting spun around and up onto that outside wall there is never fun, and a lot of damage there for that man. Carson Jenkins says, this is a great show, an absolutely great show, my boy, absolutely a great show. These drivers are putting on a heck of a battle for us, and I think things are just starting to brew here at the front of the field as the laps continue to click off here, lap by lap by lap. We're getting closer and closer down to the end of this thing, and you can see a lot of these good, fast drivers slowly but surely have worked their way up to the front of the field here. We're going to see some great racing and some great side-by-side battles here throughout the top, probably top 10, 15 positions here to end off the evening. All right, as we're stacked back up side by side, we're going to go back to green flag racing here once again as a great restart out of the 41 rider, Logan Rumsey. Rumsey down into corner number 1. He slides up the racetrack up to the high side here. A great run down the back stretches. Once again, another driver upside down. That's Colton Herbert going for a ride back there. The caution flag coming back out here once again. That means we're going to stack them back up and re-rack them here and let them go back to duke it out here on another restart as Colton Herbert went for a ride here in this one. We saw the greatness ride there go for a wild spill out of corner number 2. So we'll take a look back and see what happens here to Colton. There is the Dr. Greatness machine as gets up into that outside wall right there, then nowhere to go for Lonnie Bernier, gets into the back of him, spins him around, and up into that outside fence. A ton of damage. He's going to take that thing straight down pit side, and fortunately not quick enough. It's the caution flag going to come out here, and we're going to stack him up, re-rack him, and try it all over again. Just gets up a little bit too high, just pushes it up there just a little bit, and nowhere to go for Lonnie Bernier as he gets into him. Helps them around, helps them even faster up into that outside wall. So we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing. Jordan says, glad to see Knox Lumley back. It is good to see Knox Lumley back onto the sim. I'm sure that it's going to make things very interesting. In all the group chats and everything else, I'm definitely happy to see him back out there, as that's always a good read throughout the morning or throughout the afternoon. I'm sure there's usually always some sort of drama that gets started in one of those group chats that we always get a good little chuckle out of it. As we're going to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Logan Rumsey out in front here. Quickly, the 41 ride puts that pedal to the metal as Chase Barbara tries to hunt him down here. Chase led a few laps early on in this A-main feature event, and here he is right at the end, still trying to hang with the 41 ride. But here comes Kendall Tucker looking for some extra momentum up on the high side. He's going to drive it down low, look to the inside as the caution flag is going to come back out late in this one. Caution flag coming back out here once again. The pressure's on, the nerves are kicking in here, and these drivers trying to get every last inch they can, and unfortunately looks like Caden Honeycutt in the 10 ride. You get a piece of this one as the 2 ride down low comes up the racetrack into the side of Knox Lumley, and unfortunately right into the side of Caden Honeycutt there. Honeycutt had nowhere to go. That was Joshua Kunstbeck as Kunstbeck gets down onto the inside here. Hits that inside wall, then goes up the racetrack into Knox Lumley, back down the racetrack and into Caden Honeycutt. Honeycutt just nowhere to go. They both go upside down. They both go for a bit of a ride there as we'll stack them back up, re-rack them, and try this one all over again. I'm sure Logan Rumsey would like to see this one go start to finish here. Not see another caution flag. He wants to try to get this one in the books as quickly as possible as the green flag back out into the air, and another great restart out of the 41X machine as Logan Rumsey leads the way here. 3 more laps left to go down the backstretch. He's got about 3 car length lead, 4 car lengths down into corner number 3 here over the 23 of Chase Barbara has 2 more laps left to go here in this one. Chase trying to hold off a hard-charging 00 rider, Kendall Tucker, as Tucker all over his back bumper. Caleb Durgan up into position number 4, and Brandon Freeberg there in 5th. But out of corner number 4, we're going to see that white flag flying one more time around here for the 41X of Logan Rumsey. Down the backstretch into corner number 3 one more time. Down and out of corner number 4, it's going to be Logan Rumsey picking up the checkered flag here at Lincoln Speedway in the Herbert Graphics Money Race as the 41X ride's gonna park it down here in Victory Lane. Chase Barbara coming home in second. Kendall Tucker coming home in position number 3. Caleb Durgan and Brandon Freeberg rounding out the top 5. Trey Mills, Hunter Rich, Coy Files, Gabe Elkins, and Landon Francis rounding out our top 10. What a run, what a race. Wowzers. What a show these drivers just put on for us in that one. House of Speed, 1, 2, 3. Good work, boys. Absolutely, Hauser. What a run. What a race. Okay, we saw Barbara's and Kendall Tucker's logos on their cars for the House of Speed. We weren't too sure earlier on who Rumsey actually ran for. I didn't quite see the House of Speed sticker on that thing, but it's good to know now that that is an HOS machine out front here. Man, what a run. What a race right there for the top 3 and for the field here. You know, we saw a good amount of caution flags there throughout the end of this one, but man, that just shows you how tough and how competitive these drivers are, that at no point in time they were going to be backing down or letting out of the throttle. They were going to continue to stick in it. They were going to continue to duke it out here at the front of the field and lap by lap by lap as they continue to beat and bang and battle. Here we go. We get a great finish here, a great end result, and a lot of great racing action here throughout the field, man. What a show and what a race by all of these drivers. Let's get it, baby. Yo, Hunter Gaines saying HGR 1 and 2. Hunter Gaines Racing 1 and 2, eh, my boy?
Let's go!
1 and 2 for the HGR team. I like it. I like it. Yo, Shane Barbara coming in, smashing that heart reaction. Logan Herbert coming in with that like as well. Blaze Rachels, my boy Blaze coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Blaze? How you doing, my boy? Rumsey not HGR. yeah. I don't think. Yeah, Rumsey's not HGR. Rumsey is HOS, but Hunter Gaines Racing. I don't know. Is that a real thing, Hunter? I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Sent you
Let's
the
go!
Discord if you want interviews. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, my boy. Let me jump in there. Oh my god. Wait, are you a human? Yeah, I'm a fucking human. Please click each image containing a drum. A drum, eh? I is human. Thank you. All right. Hey, Colton, can you make another voice channel and then add? I'll just ask each driver to join in after each interview, so everyone's not in there all at the same time, kind of deal. I don't know if you can do that real quick or not. Oh, Carson Jenkins. Oh, HGR is with HOS. It's tomato, I suppose, right? Tomato. Yo, Hunter Gaines coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. All right, perfect. There we go. We got that figured out. All right. See if we can get our race winner, Logan Rumsey, up here for his post-race interview in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 41 rider, Logan Rumsey, as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight. Logan, my boy, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yeah.
Logan, man, what our run, what our race. We saw you duke it out there for quite a while with the 23 ride of Chase Barbara, trying to find a way around him. Finally, you get that move, you get that momentum swing, you get up and around that 23 ride, and then as soon as you took that lead away, we had a bunch of caution flags kind of back to back there. We saw a few green flag laps, but every single one of those restarts, you were able to hit perfectly, kind of catch them a little bit flat-footed, get some good restarts there, and keep them off your back bumper to avoid any additional contact or any side-by-side racing there. But, man, take us back through that race and how it all unfolded for you here tonight in this one and how you end up here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, man, I had a really good night tonight. Just qualified decent, and put myself starting 4th in the feature, and I knew I had to get to the lead as soon as possible because the track, once it gets slick like that, it's really hard to pass. So I kind of set up a little bit looser so I could make moves there at the start. That's what we did. We got past Kendall right there on the first lap, and then Tanner a couple laps later. Then got by Chase a couple laps after that, and then after that we were just cruising out front, man. We had really had it hooked up.
Absolutely, man. That was a nice little Sunday cruise there for you at the front of the field as you parked that 41 ride up here in Victory Lane. A very, very tough race with a lot of caution flags, and for how slick this racetrack is, man, with all the caution flags, the restarts, and all those great talented drivers right there nipping on your back bumper, how did you keep your focus out there? How did you keep your mind, in it and, continue to just hit your marks, not make any mistakes, and keep that ride at the front of the field?
I mean, I felt pretty good. I was just running a conservative line, trying to not hit the wall or anything. But those yellows were definitely nerve-wracking. And whenever they were double file, it just, you never know, someone might really get a good start and stay with you down the front stretch, and then you're kind of screwed after that. So I was just trying to change up my restarts a little bit every time, and just keep it out front.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, a great run, a great race. You parked that 41 ride up here in Victory Lane. Logan, who would you like to thank for such a strong performance out here at Lincoln Speedway and picking up this checkered flag?
Yes, everyone at House of Speed, and then JD and James Edens and from Slick Sim Sport from Spot Meter in this.
Beauty. Well, Logan, congratulations on picking up that checkered flag. Congratulations on picking up that extra little bit of a payday here on a Sunday night, my boy. Congrats on a huge win, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth here very soon.
Thanks.
Beauty, have yourself a wonderful night, and don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner. That number 41 ride as he picks up the checkered flag. We're going to pull in our second place finisher now, the 23 ride of Chase Barbarez. We're going to pull Chase up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Chase, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yep.
Chase, my boy, what a race, what a run, man. So many talented drivers here throughout the field, slowly but surely with all these caution flags. You continue to try to find your way back around that 41 ride of Logan Rumsey as the laps continue to click off here. What did you need there a little bit more of to maybe beat that 41 ride here tonight?
Green flag laps. I mean, you can't get in a rhythm whenever there's a caution every other lap, and the line won't change. Track will just stay the same. So, I don't know. It was pretty bad, but it's nothing on the people who put the race on. It's the idiots in the back. They can't hold the car straight.
Absolutely, man. Sometimes you just can't get lucky enough to get those good green flag laps out there to just duke it out between each other and between yourselves out there on the racetrack. Let the cars do the work and not just the restarts out there, as it's a little bit more of a head game there when you're in that second spot. You got to kind of try to time it perfectly every single time. And, Logan being such a great, talented driver himself, you knew that he's going to be trying to do everything in his power to kind of catch you a little bit flat-footed there. But unfortunately, just couldn't quite get enough on those short runs, those short green flag runs towards the end of this race, and just didn't have quite enough time to get up there and battle with that 41 ride for the win here tonight.
Yeah, it's rough, but a money race is a money race. He still made money. He didn't lose anything, so it's whatever. Just watch the pro qualifier race tomorrow, and I'm just happy I don't have to run it after running that race.
Absolutely, man. That would definitely be a tough one when there's even more on the line, not just money, but all those rights of being part of that pro series and everything else. And all that comes online with that one is definitely going to make things very interesting there tomorrow night. But, man, what a race here tonight, man. A very interesting race nonetheless, even with the caution flags. We still saw a good amount of green flag laps early on in this one. We saw the 23 ride out in front. We saw, Kendall Tucker up there. We saw Tanner Tomasi, all these fast cars right up there, trying to find their way around you. Only one driver was able to find their way around you here tonight, and that was the 41 ride who went on to win the race. So Chase, to be able to keep all these other great, fast, talented drivers there at, behind you and at bay and, not having too much contact, not getting caught up in any of those wrecks is still got to feel pretty dang good.
It's all right, I guess. Sucking sucks.
It definitely does. Being the bridesmaid is never fun, but Chase, congrats on a solid second place run. A little bit of extra cash in your pocket here in this one. Who would you like to thank here for such a great, solid performance here tonight and a great, solid second place run?
House of Speed. We all worked on the setup a good bit today for the Pro Qual boys tomorrow, and just tested on it, and just tried a bunch of stuff we usually wouldn't run in that race, and I think it worked pretty well. So our boys are set up pretty good, and you for broadcasting, Dirty South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting, HGR, and that's about it.
Beauty will chase.
And Colton Herbert for putting on the money race.
Beauty, absolutely. Can't forget Colton and, the Herbert Graphics coming on board to put this all on and make sure that you guys have a place to race here tonight and try to earn a little bit of extra money. But Chase, congratulations on a great run. Congratulations on a solid second place finish. Hopefully we'll see more of these coming up here over the next little while, and hopefully we'll see the tables turn a little bit and see that 23 ride back up here in Victory Lane.
Yep, thank you for broadcasting. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a wonderful night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Chase Barbara as he comes home here in position number 2. What a race, what a run right there out of the 23 machine. As we're going to get ready, we're going to pull in our third place finisher now. Unfortunately, Hunter, I would pull in the hard chargers, but unfortunately, I got to head off to work here very, very shortly. I got to work at 11, so I got about 8 minutes left, 7 minutes left, and then I got to end the stream and hopefully, head out the door and head off to work and be at work for the rest of the night. So, unfortunately, can't quite do all 4 interviews. I wish I could, but unfortunately, can't do that here tonight. But we're going to pull in our third place finisher here real quick, the 00 ride of Kendall Tucker. We're going to bring Kendall up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Kendall, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Kendall, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. You parked that 00 ride up here on the podium with so many talented drivers throughout the field, a lot of beating and banging, quite a few caution flags there to be parked still up here in the top 3 and down here on the front stretch has got to feel pretty dang good after what was a bit of a mayhem-filled middle section of this race. Do you feel like you're a little bit lucky to still be up here, and also are you pretty happy with the finishing position which you got here in this one?
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely take it. I wish, obviously, we could have been able to compete for the win there, but I think we just had a third-place car there. Raced, pretty competitively. I felt like with the guys up front, kind of got strung out there on a couple green flag runs there. Just feel like I wasn't running the right line, and honestly just haven't been on here much. So just knocking a lot of rust off. But luckily there, the last, I felt like 10 or 15 laps there, we was able to kind of stay with them a little bit better, and thought for a second there I was going to get chased, but wish at the end of the race there, whenever we got that double file restart, wish we could have played it out there, and probably would have been my best shot to try to compete for the win.
Absolutely, man. As those double file restarts later on definitely made things interesting after having quite a few of those single file restarts. Definitely strung everybody out there and made it a lot harder to pass, as this is a very, very tricky racetrack. Each corner runs very differently, a lot of different lines to be ran, and unfortunately we saw some drivers just either throw it in too hard or try to run more of like a cut down lane out there and kind of driving over top of each other out there, and saw a lot of caution flags, a lot of restarts. How did you keep your your mental focus into this with trying to still track down and find a way past Chase and Logan, but also having so many good talented drivers right there behind you as well?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of chaotic there. Felt like we had just an insane amount of cautions. Wish we could have limited on those, but not real sure what was going on back there in the back. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good guys around me. Logan and Chase are really good, and there's a lot of guys I feel like behind me that are on here quite a bit, and to be able to hold them guys off there and stay right there. I felt like with Chase and Logan, kind of throughout the race, felt pretty decent. Just need to log some more laps around this place. Hopefully knock some more rust off, and just hopefully some more races will pop up and we'll be able to be in them.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Kendall, congratulations on a great third place run here, a solid top 3 finish for yourself. Who would you like to thank here for such a strong performance and a great top 3 run in this one?
Yeah, just gotta thank my guys at Swindle Speed Lab and Slick Sim Sport and House Speed for everything, and thank you for the broadcast, and thanks to Colton and all his guys for putting on the race. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congratulations on the third place run here. Once again, a solid top 3. Hopefully we'll see more of these money races come up. Hopefully we'll see you back in action, and hopefully we'll see you, a couple spots better and maybe back up here in Victory Lane.
All right, sounds good.
Beauty. Kendall, congrats on the 3rd place run, and have yourself a wonderful evening.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that number 00 machine as Mr. Kendall Tucker parks that 00 ride up here in position number 3. A solid top 3 run there. A solid run by a lot of great drivers, man. Trey Mills up there inside the top 10. Almost a top 5. We saw Brandon Freeberg with some good runs. Caleb Durgan working himself up into 4th there in the 33 machine. A great run there by Durgie as well. Hunter Rich, Coy Viles, Gabe Elkins, Landon Francis rounding out the top 10 there. We saw, a few drivers unfortunately get tied up in quite a few wrecks. Some drivers not having the, having a lot of misfortune out there. We saw, Dylan Hauser unfortunately get tied up in a few wrecks. We saw Tanner Tomasi, Travis St. Clair, unfortunately, a few times there for St. Clair, just getting tied up in accidents that just didn't have anything to do with them. They're just in the wrong spot at the wrong time and just getting that extra little bit of a bump and enough to spin them around here. So a tough break there for a lot of drivers. I mean, Colton Herbert even there at the end himself getting taken out there up into the outside fence and then drove even deeper into that fence there. We saw a lot of great drivers. Lonick Bernier having some issues there as well later on in this one. As a few caution flags there through the mid portion of this race really made it a bit of a chaos-filled, race there for a little bit, but man, still a great finish, a great race. We saw some wicked heat races, consolation races. These guys put on a absolute wonderful show here for us. I can't thank Colton Herbert and everyone over there at Herbert Graphics for bringing me on here to do the broadcasting here tonight for them. Luckily enough, I didn't have anything planned, didn't have anything going on, and of course I was going to jump on here and do this one, man. Look at the talent and everything else that's in this field, man. I don't even know what the strength of field would have been here for this A-Main feature event, but I can tell you right now, I only see one I rating that starts with a 4. I see only one I rating that starts with a 4 and about 2 that start with a 5. So that means that we got like only a couple 4,000 I rating drivers, a couple 5,000, a couple 6, a couple 7s, a couple 8s. We see a bunch of 8s actually and a bunch of 9,000 I rating drivers, man. Just an absolute talent-filled race here with so many great drivers out there in this one, man. It's absolutely epic to see these drivers in this field. But anyways, guys, listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. A great race, a great show, a lot of great racing out here from the drop of the first green flag right down to the checkered flag, man. An absolutely epic event, and I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in this one as these guys put on a wicked show here for us. But unfortunately, as I said, your boys got to get ready to go to work. That's my time limit. I got to hop off. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys all tomorrow evening. We got some Demolition Derby stuff going on tomorrow night with the Demon Speedworks crew, but I think we might do something tomorrow morning. We might jump on and maybe do a little bit of early morning coffee and PGA tour or something like that. We might get something like that going. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. Hopefully you guys have yourselves a great rest of your evening. Tell somebody you love them. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Thinking back, drop the classic, to establish that the magic, it's automatic. Got a mask, who was at it? Living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind, never tried. Tell them all, big dreams, Cause I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-white. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth?
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone. I gave him time, it's been too long. Was silent calm, but now the storm is right on. I'm not the one you can't ignore. I never politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
out of the ashes, a phoenix arises. Faith of a mustard seed can move any mountains. The people are watching, so I cannot stop it. Been down for too long, now I gotta rock it. Had to get it out the mud, you know how it goes. Now we sitting at the top, had to bring the bros. Never thought I'd be the one who would play the role. Now look at where we at, man, who would've known? Temperature rising, I feel the pressure is on me. Luckily, I've been out here building an army. Camouflage on a ride, we run this party. We kick them out the game, cause they wanna come tardy. This is for the ones who've been chasing their goals. If they was sleeping on their kid, now they better be woke. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show.
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let them know. I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm a